Good morning, guys. It is currently Saturday morning for me, and I woke up today, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up really in the mood to go to the farmer's market close to me. I've been thinking about it for multiple weekends. I know it's always on Saturday morning, but I've never taken the time to actually get ready and go on a Saturday morning. I always think about it the night before, and then I actually get up on Saturday and I'm not in the mood. But I don't have much planned today. I spent way too much money in online shopping this week, so I'm kind of thinking of keeping this weekend fairly low-key. I do kind of feel like checking out the farmer's market and seeing, what it's about. So I'm just sitting here about to put my face on and chat with you while I get ready to go to the farmer's market this morning. So I have an insane amount of primers that I've been using lately. All before I ever put foundation on because I'm crazy. So first I'm using the sample of this Cover FX mattifying primer. This stuff works wonders. I always have an issue, especially in the summer, with my nose getting super oily and my makeup creasing on the side. And this stuff has really worked to keep that from happening, because I used to I would do my makeup in the morning, I would go to work, and by 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I would go to the bathroom and look, and I would have lines down the side of my nose. And then I use this Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, which also helps with the mattifying and with the smoothing out. I have huge pores on the sides of my cheeks because, oily skin, right in here all the time. And then, because I am bougie as hell these days, I bought this Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops, and these are so beautiful. Let me just show you how beautiful this is. This was a total splurge and a total unnecessary product for me. And you're probably like, Bryn, you just told us you had oily skin and now you're literally putting highlighter on your face. The thing is, I love a dewy, natural, just glowy, pretty skin makeup look. So I'm always kind of balancing that with the fact that parts of my face do get very oily throughout the day. So I try to keep the highlight on my forehead, my cheekbones. I run it a little bit down my nose and my chin, but most products that help me not get super oily are very matte products, and I don't love the look of that, so I'm always trying to kind of balance the two. I have this Estee Lauder Double Wear Custom Coverage Correcting Duo, and it's the light pinky one, and I just use one side of that to get in these dark circle hollows under my eyes, which are permanently there. I think they're genetic. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get or water I drink. They're there, so just gotta find the best way to do that. So I use this more to brighten than to necessarily color correct, but I find that it helps a little bit. It doesn't get rid of it, but it does help significantly. And then I'm gonna go in with concealer because I think I'm gonna use a powder foundation today, which I haven't done in a while. And I literally have 4 concealers sitting here. Am I crazy? God, I feel every time I start doing my makeup, I start feeling hairs on my face. I haven't even used a brush yet. So I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just conceal any little red spots on my face, or just cover my entire face in concealer. That works fine too. Then I'm gonna go in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer, which I love. Throw this under my eyes and anywhere I want to brighten up. And I find what works for me with concealer is to try and work it in as best I can, especially around the nose. Having it sit on my skin is the worst thing I can do. So I try to use the smallest amount and really just buff it in there till it's one with my skin. And then again, to try and help with the dark circles, I have this Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral, which I don't always do. My under eyes, I should say, have been bugging me lately. Sometimes I go and I just don't care and I'm just like, yeah, I have circles under my eyes. Everyone does. And then there are other days where it really bugs me. So I just try to like keep it right in that area where it's dark and not pull it everywhere else. Now because my eyes, nose, chin area needs the most help, I am going to go in first with this RCMA No Color Powder, which no matter how much I use, I never run out of. Now for my powder foundation, I'm using the Bare Minerals just original foundation. This is a very dark color, but somehow it kind of works this time of year. And I'm trying to get better at the whole powder foundation thing because I feel like some people just have it nailed down and they make it look amazing and not like a powder foundation. And I think the key is to use a small amount and really like work it in. Okay, I don't feel like I did the best job ever with that, but it'll do for today. I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And just, I'm gonna try not to go overboard with the bronzing today. I know I always do, but I'm not going on a red carpet. I'm just going to the farmer's market, so I'm gonna try and tone it down. Also, I love just putting bronzer everywhere, including my eyelids, just to keep it easy, keep it like cohesive, as natural looking as possible, and to avoid having to put on eye makeup, which is great. Then just to like bronze it up even just a tad bit more, I'm gonna go in with the Becca Sunrise Waves bronzer, which I've been loving. It's beautiful. And just give it a little bit of like a shimmery topper. And a lot of the times I skip blush, but I'm actually feeling it today. And I think I'm gonna go in with this NARS Madly blush because it kind of matches my sweater. It's kind of like a peachy mauve-ish thing almost. It's a very nude blush, so it's kind of not really a blush for being a blush, but we're gonna throw it on, why not? I haven't worn blush in a while. I'm gonna throw that into my eyelids as well. Now for my favorite highlighter again, the Hourglass Champagne Flash. Just throw it on with a brush. I love this highlighter so much. It's so pretty. And I just throw that onto my eyelids as well. Now I'm gonna spray my face with this Smashbox primer water that I've been loving for decades now. Now I'm just gonna do my brows super quickly with the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Benefit Gimme Brow. And then for mascara, just the Benefit Roller Lash as per usual. And then for lips, I've been lining them as per usual with this Bare Minerals Borderline pencil, and then going over it with ColourPop Alyssa. I want to say it's a satin lip, but the name is completely rubbed off, so I have no idea at the moment. And actually, to keep this looking more natural, I'll actually just put a little bit on and spread it in with my finger. Alright, so in natural light, this is what my makeup looks like. I feel like I kept it fairly natural with the bronzer today, which is a plus for me, and I actually like it. It's a weird day. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I've been wearing these scrunchies. I got these at Urban Outfitters. They're like a velvet scrunchie pack. They came in like 5 different colors. This is like the purple one, and I love them. Scrunchies for life. They're the best. Also, while we're here, if I can, without this crazy sunlight, I'm going to show you my outfit. So these are just my typical Madewell shorts that I wear all the time. I just have a simple like gray tank top underneath this oversized sweater, which is from Nordstrom. I believe it's their like brand, is it BP? Is that what it's called? Sounds about right. This is actually a medium, so it looks a little oversized. I actually got this for like, I think it was like $20 some at their anniversary sale, and It's super soft, super comfy. I love it. And it's only like, it's literally only like 50 some degrees outside this morning, so I actually might be freezing, and I might have to wait a minute before I go to this farmer's market so I don't freeze my butt off. Interesting. But I did get some lovely looking peaches that I'm very excited about. So that was really all I needed or wanted. Some of the coffee looked good, some of the baked goods looked good, but you know, there were long lines. I feel like I got here a little too late, just in terms of like a crowd wise, and it was a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. Now we're gonna go home and definitely cut up one of these peaches because they look delicious. Okay, so I'm home now, and I almost forgot, but I really want to show you some of the plants that I've gotten recently. So I guess we can call this kind of like a plant haul, even though that sounds a little weird. But earlier this week I stopped at Home Goods in a place that we have around here. I don't know if it's just in Indianapolis. I've only ever seen them in Indianapolis, but I don't know. It's called At Home, and it's basically like a Home Goods. I think they're quite a bit bigger, but they're essentially the same thing. It's all like discount home stuff. And I went specifically to look for fake plants because I've kind of just come to the realization that we are not a real plant household here, with me being unable to keep them alive and with my cat eating them to death. We're just, you know, we're gonna be a fake plant household from here on out because what other choice do we have, really? But actually, the first thing I want to show you, hold on, let me turn a light on. It just got really dark in here. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you, Mandy's actually demonstrating at the moment. We got this cute little food bowl, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I got this at Home Goods, and I've been looking for different bowls for a long time, and I just love these little cat heads. The next thing I got, and this is not how it's going to stay, but I found these two vase things, and I thought maybe, I've been looking for a long time for something to put in this like half wall above the fireplace, and I like them, but I don't know that I love them, so I'm a little on the fence about it. And so these are just three things that I've stuck here because I'm not quite sure what to do with them yet, but I also got this plant, and I love the pot that it's in, and I think it's super cute, but I'm not sold on where to put this yet. And then there's this one, which I got from At Home. It was $69, which seems ridiculous for a fake plant, especially because it doesn't look that real, but I like this one. The only thing I'm not sold on, Mandy really likes it, is that it doesn't feel tall enough for this area. You know, you never know what things are gonna look like when you put them in your home, so this is what I struggle with, is like, I can do the big furniture things, it's just like the small decorative things that I struggle with so much, because I'm like, oh, that's cute, but what is that gonna look like next to this, or is this tall enough, or whatever. One thing that worked really well that I really like is this little side table that I stuck between the couch and the chair, and I've been looking for something like this for a long time. I found this at Home Goods, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think it just fits really nicely there. It's small, and it looks really cute. I like this one a lot. Now we're in the dark room. Here to show you this plant that I found at HomeGoods. I think he's super cute. I love this little pot that it's in, this like gray and white, almost like long dot things. I don't know why I'm trying to describe it. You can see it just fine. But yeah, I really like this one. This one's probably one of my favorites, and I just stuck it down here because this table needed something other than this one random candle that I stuck here. I've put them in random spots everywhere, so now I have to like run to show you all of the places. Okay, and lastly, where's a light? Okay, outside of my bedroom and my little laundry area, I have this little bench that I don't know if I've ever shown you, but I got this at IKEA just to put something here. So I just stuck these two plants here. I don't know if they really go together, but this one was from At Home. And it's just, I really like the look of this. This is the most like realistic looking one that I got, I think. And then there's this little vase that I got at HomeGoods that looks like succulents. And I don't know that I love it here, but I was just kind of sticking them random places to see what they would look like. So yeah, don't pay attention to where they are. This is the kind of thing that I struggle with. I don't know. I'm still learning. I need to hang things up pretty much everywhere. It's one thing that I really put off doing because hanging things up seems so permanent. Like, once you hang things up, you can't move it unless you want to patch a hole. So like, I can stick these plants there and they're fine. Like, I can move them around as much as I want, but a picture man, not so lucky. Not so lucky. All right, I'm gonna go do some laundry now, eat some lunch, and maybe watch some TV. Because I feel like I've been running around all morning, even though I've only been in the car. I only went 2 places. But goodness sakes, I like lazy Saturdays. What can I say? Goodness, I kind of look like a mess. I've been watching Pretty Little Liars this afternoon, and I ended up falling asleep and taking a nice nap. So that's how my Saturday is going. I feel like every time I decide to do a weekend vlog, which I haven't done in a while for a reason, I kind of get to a point, sometimes it takes a day, sometimes it takes, you know, a couple shots of video, not shots of alcohol, just where I just start to feel like I shouldn't be doing this, or like, why am I filming my life? This is boring. No one wants to watch this. You know, I don't do anything interesting. I don't lead an interesting life. I sit at home most of the time, and I just kind of start to second guess myself and what I'm doing and whether or not you'll care about this at all. And it's less that I need this validation or that I need the views or anything like that. Like, it's, if a video gets 40 views and it's my favorite video I've ever done, I don't care. Like, that's fine to me. What I do care about though is that those of you who watch these every week or close to every week, those of you that are subscribed and enjoy watching the videos that I put out every week, I just don't want to disappoint you. And I don't want to give you the same videos constantly just because I feel like filming a vlog, they're my favorite videos to watch. It's what I would like to film, but also my life is not very exciting, and I feel like I put out the same video over and over and over again. And I try to change it up as much as I can in terms of like what I talk about or what the theme of the video is or something, so to speak. But to be honest, like, these videos are some of my only interaction. Like, I had quite a few friends in high school, then I went on to college and I didn't so much. I went to a very much what you'd consider like a commuter college where everyone lived at home, they were friends with their high school friends. I was in a state that I'd never lived in before. I lived at home, I didn't know anyone. There weren't very many like clubs and activities and stuff to be a part of, and even when there were, I didn't want to join them. It just wasn't my thing at all. No one was really eager to make friends in classes or anything like that. Like, it just didn't happen. Like, there were people that I talked to, there were people that were very nice, but it just never progressed enough to like be friends outside of class by any means. So I went through most of college just like staying in touch with as many high school friends as I could, and that was about it. And since then, I have worked a couple of places. I've made some, you know, friends, as you could call it, along the way, but nobody that I've like kept in contact with or, you know, became a really close friend of mine. So to this day, the couple of friends that I still talk to are from high school, and even so, you know, they've found friends in college, they've found friends since college, and they live in other parts of the state or other states or other parts of the country, and like we can keep in touch, but at the end of the day it's not, you know, a best friend that comes over all the time kind of thing. And a lot of times I'm okay with that. Like I've never been the type of person that needed a bunch of friends. I've never been the type of person that needed to be doing things all the time. Like most of the time I'm at my happiest when I'm just at home doing something that I want to be doing. But it also means that most of the things I do them by myself. Which, again, a lot of the times I'm okay with. Sometimes I'm not. There are probably a lot of things I would do if I had people to do them with. And instead I end up sitting at home because I'm like, I don't want to do that by myself, or I think I'm going to do it. And then it comes time to go and do it, and I don't, because I'm like, I don't think I can do this by myself. And I really have to push myself out of my comfort zone to even do things like that. So like today, I decided last minute, I'm like, I'm gonna go to this farmer's market. I've been wanting to go for a couple of months now, and every Saturday that I've been free, I anticipate going, and then it comes to be that morning and I change my mind because I don't want to go by myself. But today I just decided, you know, you've been wanting to do it for a while. You're not going to be the only one there by yourself. There's going to be plenty of people there. No one's going to notice you. It doesn't matter. So I did, and I went, and I passed by a lot of places. Hi, Mandy. I passed by a lot of places that I think I would have wanted to stop at, but at the end of the day, like, the only thing I could bring myself to do was stop at this one place, buy one thing of peaches, and I was like, you know, I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone, I did it, now I can go home. One, it's not always the best way to live your life, I totally know that. Like, I really try and push myself not to let that stop me from doing things, but beyond that, it makes for what I assume is not very interesting vlogs, because literally all I film, if I even film outside of the house, it's just like a time lapse of me doing something. And it's not even that I just don't want to film anything, it's just that I leave the house and I just like, bless you, I just go into my shell and I don't talk to anyone if I don't have to. And like, there are times where I go to a store and I think I might want to buy this, but I don't want to stand in the line and talk to the person who would check me out. Like, it's such, I don't know if this is like social anxiety or if this is just like me being introverted and not outgoing whatsoever. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, just because I've been getting actually surprisingly quite a few messages over the past few months from you guys on Tumblr and different places, just asking me for advice on friendships in general. And it's one area of my life where I don't feel like I have a lot of advice to give, because I've never been very good at it, ever. I mean, even in high school, like, making friends was so hard for me, and it was a lot based on convenience or if someone else made the effort. And once I am friends with someone, I think that I can be a good one. I think that I try to make an effort to keep up with people and things as best I can. I'm not great at it by any means. Like, keeping up with people, I struggle with sometimes. But, like, making friends out in the wild is such a foreign concept to me, and I cannot figure it out. Like, I leave my home and I feel like a completely different person sometimes. Like, the concept of going out somewhere with the intention of finding a friend, is that really a thing? Like, do people do that? I don't know. Like, also, like, where do you go? Like, what? I don't know. Like, it would all just be so much easier if I were outgoing and I could just go to Target and be checking out and find someone nice that's standing next to me and spark up a conversation and be like, hey, let's hang out sometime. And I don't even know what that would look like. Like, it's such a foreign concept to me. And does that even happen? Like, how do people make friends? I don't even know. Also, I make like the worst first impression because I'm much better than I used to be. I used to be the shyest person on the planet. And I think a big part of me like making these videos and starting to do it was one, because I didn't have friends in college. And I was like, what do I do with my free time? And also, like, I didn't feel like I had anyone around that really knew me at all. And I had all this stuff I wanted to talk about and all these things that I was interested in and all this advice to give, and I had no one to talk about it with. So I feel like these vlogs for me have kind of become my only way, or the only way I know how to connect with other people and to talk with other people. And I know that it sounds weird because I'm sitting here in a room by myself with my cat talking to a camera, and you guys aren't going to be able to see it for at least a few days. And even so, sometimes I put up a video and like I see that people watch it, but if no one comments or if no one messages me afterwards, like it's just like me shouting into the void, which I understand. Like, I'm one of those viewers. I rarely comment on people's YouTube channels, but it's also a big part because I watch bigger YouTubers for the most part, and I know that a comment is going to get lost in the void, and it's going to be not a waste of my time, but I know that really no one's going to see it. And I want to find more people making videos that are maybe my size or small, you know, like maybe not as small as this, but just other people that maybe I can support. If you have any recommendations, let me know. It's really hard to find people on YouTube of this size. Like, I have a hard time finding anyone under like 50,000 subscribers. I don't know if that's just like what YouTube recommends to me, but I struggle to find anyone, so if you know of anyone. Also, it's amazing to me that you found me at all, however it was. I'm sure a lot of you found me from Tumblr, or I don't even know, maybe like one of my concert videos or celiac disease videos or something. And I don't want to force you to be like, you have to comment on my videos, or I need you to send me a message like telling me how much you love it. Like, that's not at all. I just want to have a conversation with you guys. Like, this is pretty much the only interaction I get, other than with my family and occasionally texting a couple of friends that I have. But this is the most consistent communication with people that I have. And I know that that sounds so pathetic. Like, coming out of my mouth, I'm like, oh my god, talking to a camera is some of my most consistent communication that I have with people. Oh my god. And there are some of you that I see constantly, like, that are always leaving me comments, and I notice you so much. I love you so much, because I do feel like we're friends, and I feel like it can be a conversation with us and not just me talking at you while you're brushing your teeth in the morning. But like, I'm so appreciative of any one of you that watches my videos frequently at all, because I really am that person that walks around life with my head down and very much stays inside my shell and rarely brings my head out to make an effort to, you know, talk to people. This is really the most comfortable way that I have of doing that. And so those of you that do watch me, you know, every so often or consistently every week, or, you know, maybe this is the first video you've ever seen, I don't know. I appreciate you so much. And I apologize that I can't give you something more interesting, but I am giving you the most real interaction that I can give right now. So no, I'm not a vlogger that has a bunch of friends. You're not watching me hang out with my friends at the mall and going swimming on the weekends and doing all this fun stuff with other people, which I understand is probably more fun to watch, but this is all I have at the moment, and I use that as an excuse not to vlog a lot of the times, and I don't tell you about it, and I don't think that's fair. Maybe this is like a nap-induced word vomit, but I just thought I'd tell you for once what's been going on, because I feel like this is one of the first times that I've really been able to articulate it, because I've been watching a lot of Zoella vlogs recently, and I'm like, why do I enjoy watching her vlogs so much? Like, what is it about hers that I enjoy? And it's because, one, she's just good at talking to a camera. Like, I enjoy listening to her talk. I think she has a lot of good advice to give. But also, she has a bunch of friends that she interacts with, and, you know, watching her live her life in that way is really enjoyable, and that's something that I don't have, and I can't really give to you right now, and I wish I could, but I can't, unfortunately, and I don't know how to change it. So yeah, normally I sit down in front of a camera and try to give advice, but I guess this time I don't have any. This is just me telling you, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this part of my life. I've been talking for almost 20 minutes, so I should probably stop now. Sorry for the ramble. I apologize if it was boring.